What if I told you that the biggest difference between people who earn thousands of dollars in credit card rewards and people buried in credit? Card debt isn't the card they carry, it's how they think about spending. Most people use credit cards to buy things they can't afford. Wealthy people often use them to pay for things they were already going to buy anyway. Today, I'm going to show you how to use your credit card exactly like a debit card, so you can build your credit, earn rewards, and never pay a penny in interest. This simple mindset shift could completely change your financial future. Credit cards have one of the worst reputations in personal finance, and for good reason. Millions of Americans carry balances every month, paying high interest rates that quietly drain thousands of dollars from their future wealth. It's easy to blame the plastic card itself, but the reality is much different. A credit card is simply a financial tool. Just like a hammer can build a house or break a window, a credit card can either help you build wealth or trap you in debt. The difference isn't the product, it's the behavior. The biggest mistake people make is treating their credit limit like extra money. They see a $5,000 limit and mentally add that amount to their available cash. Suddenly, purchases become easier to justify because payment is delayed. The pain of spending disappears, and the consequences don't arrive until the statement shows up weeks later. That's exactly how credit card companies make money. They know that delaying payment changes your spending behavior. Numerous studies have shown that people spend more when using credit than when paying with cash or debit because the emotional connection to the purchase is weaker. You're spending tomorrow's money instead of today's money. But what if you completely eliminated that psychological advantage? What if every purchase on your credit card was treated exactly the same as if the money had immediately left your checking account? That's the foundation of using credit cards like debit cards. It removes the temptation while allowing you to enjoy the benefits of fraud protection, rewards, convenience, and credit building without falling into debt. The ultimate debt-free hack is surprisingly simple. Never charge anything you couldn't buy with your debit card at that exact moment. Before every purchase, ask yourself one question. If this were a debit card, would I still buy this today? If the answer is no, don't use the credit card. This simple mental exercise forces your brain to think in terms of available cash instead of available credit. Instead of focusing on your credit limit, you begin focusing on your checking account balance. Many financially successful people take this one step further by checking their bank balance before making larger purchases. If the money isn't sitting in the account, they simply wait. The credit card becomes nothing more than the payment method, not the financing method. Another powerful strategy is paying the balance several times each month instead of waiting for the due date. Some people make payments every payday. Others pay every Friday. Some even pay immediately after large purchases. The goal isn't to satisfy the credit card company, it's to keep your spending connected to your actual cash flow. When you do this consistently, something remarkable happens. The balance never becomes overwhelming because you're never borrowing money. You're simply using the card as a secure payment processor, while your checking account remains the true source of every purchase. One of the biggest myths in personal finance is that you need to carry a balance to build your credit score. That simply isn't true. Credit scores are influenced by several factors, including payment history, credit utilization, account age, and credit mix. None of those require paying interest. In fact, paying your balance in full every month demonstrates responsible credit management while avoiding finance charges entirely. Think about it this way. Every dollar of interest you pay is money that can never be invested, saved, or used to improve your financial future. Instead of earning compound interest, you are paying compound interest. Using your credit card responsibly also provides benefits that debit cards often don't. Many cards offer cash back, travel rewards, purchase protection, extended warranties, and stronger fraud protection. These perks can add up to hundreds or even thousands of dollars each year, but only if you never carry a balance. Rewards are a bonus, not the goal. Chasing points while paying interest is like picking up pennies while dollars fall out of your pocket. The smartest strategy is earning rewards only on purchases you were already planning to make. That's why financially disciplined people don't ask, "How many points will I earn?" They ask, Can I pay for this today without borrowing? The rewards simply become an added benefit of responsible spending. The easiest way to stay out of credit card debt is to remove as many opportunities for mistakes as possible. Start by creating a monthly budget that tells every dollar where to go before the month begins. When your spending categories are clearly defined, impulse purchases become much easier to recognize. Next, automate your full statement balance payment whenever possible. Never settle for paying only the minimum. Minimum payments are designed to maximize interest collected by the lender, not to help you become debt-free. Another smart habit is keeping your credit utilization low. Even if you pay your balance in full, try to avoid allowing large balances to report at the end of the billing cycle. Lower utilization generally benefits your credit score and reduces the temptation to overspend. You should also avoid treating credit card rewards as free money. Cashback isn't permission to spend more. It's simply a discount on purchases you were already making. The more your financial decisions become system-driven instead of emotion-driven, the less likely you are to make expensive mistakes. Wealth is rarely built through perfect decisions. It's built through consistent systems that make good decisions automatic. The wealthiest people often use credit differently than the average consumer. They don't rely on credit to support their lifestyle. They use it as a financial tool within a carefully managed system. They spend less than they earn. They maintain emergency savings. They invest consistently. They pay balances in full. And they never confuse access to credit with actual wealth. Imagine what would happen if every dollar currently being spent on credit card interest stayed in your investment account instead. Over years and decades, that money could compound into tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The goal isn't to avoid credit cards forever. The goal is to eliminate consumer debt forever. When you begin thinking of your credit card as a debit card with better security and rewards, everything changes. Spending becomes intentional. Interest disappears. Credit improves. Financial stress declines. And your money starts working for you instead of the bank. Financial freedom isn't about having more credit available. It's about needing less credit because you've built strong financial habits. Use credit wisely. Live below your means. Invest consistently. And let time do the heavy lifting. Those simple habits can transform your financial future far more than any rewards program ever could. If this helped, like and subscribe to the Daily Yield because we are making real financial progress one step at a time.